My name is Dibia ARtawan, NIM 9101531086. Now I will present our PowerPoint about casting process. Number 1, G. Wire-forming operation. This is example wire-forming. The next.
Hello, in this demonstration, we're going to once again show how a person can manually create
G1B. Welcome forming on Fakultas Teknik. Devices, press brake, force light, machine, and other equipment can be performed with the tooling of white workpiece. See section C1, D1, D2, D12, HE, I2, and K. Additionally, wire is formed into spring of various shapes. For C-spring in high connection situation, the wire is fed from a continuous coil and is formed and cut off atomically. Example. G2 forming in force-light machine is applicable to perform from where powers metal strip. Force-light machine have a forming area with 4 tests. Flight set 90 degrees apart and driven by clamps. There is also a center force that can be set to facilitate forming. Tools on the slide are designed to blank, pierce, not bend, form, emboss, and cut off the wire or straight as progress through the machine. Mechanism: feed the material or from coil stop and eject the workpiece where appropriate. G3 spring forming like this. G4 torque head rolling of wire is used to change the cross section of surround wire. Rectangular, square, and special shape can be imparted to the wire by passing through opposite roller iron so that the opening between them is the shape of the correction desired. Fig 2G4 illustrates the roller arrangement used to produce square wire. This is example. Next is tubbing and section operation. H1 tubbing, tab spinning. Tabs can be spun to provide taper of lanes by using metal spinning method similar to those used in spinning sheet metal. Other uses are to thin the walls and increase the strength of tubular member. Internal methods are normally used to provide support for the workpiece metal. Hollow member external to the tubbing can be used when the tubbing is expanded or flared at the end, like this. Next, H1A forward tab spinning. Sometimes called tab stretching is a means for increasing the depth of cooking parts or the length of cylindrical parts or tubbing. The diameter is constant. The power spinning method is equivalent to surge spinning and force the metal to flow axially along a mandrel, increasing the length of the workpiece while decreasing the thickness of the side wall. The example of forward tube spinning. Next, H1B, backward tube spinning, is the same as forward tube spinning except that the forming tool moves in a direction opposite to that of the expansion of the workpiece, i.e. it moves toward the headstock of the spinning lathe and the workpiece metal from away from the headstock as shown in Fig to H1B. Next, the H2, tab and section bending. The workpiece is held against the bending form by a safe cam. As the bending form and clamp rotate together, the workpiece is pulled or drawn around the form and a gauge, a pressure die rose form also meets the cross section of the workpiece. The pressure die can be either stationary or movable.
So another form of bending is rotary draw bending.
To diagonal
Start off being a
axis.
basic hand bender. The thing with
This
rotary
is
draw
our
bending
example.
is that
Bend die,
every
white bender,
radius,
pressure
every
die, clamp die.
diameter,
Called rotary draw
requires,
bender.
New dies, you need new wiper die, you need new bender die.
Okay, next H2B, compression bending, is similar to draw bending, but the forming block and clamp do not rotate. Instead, the pressure die is replaced by a wiper, saw, or fade roll which move along the periphery of the stationary bending form, causing progressive bending of the workpiece. No internal mandrel is used, except for the outer surface. The tubing is subject to some compressed stress. The operation is normally manually powered. This is manifold or stationary, moving wiper saw, clamp, tubular workpiece. Next is to see ram and press bending, is a method applicable to tubbing, bar, and other sections and is illustrated in Fig to H2C. A forming block is attached to the frame of a hydraulic press. Wing dies below the ram hold the tubbing and pivot to wrap it. This is bending form and workpiece. This is pivot wing whipping shoes or hydraulic press. Next is 2D, stage bending, the stage forming method for sheet metal, described above in section F3. Also is applicable with variation for bending or tubbing and other sections. The workpiece is stretched longitudinally to the yield point and then is wrapped around a bending die or form, or bending of tubbing. H2A, wrinkle bending, is a method for bending large well tubbing or pipe. It's applicable to field conditions in it can be done by hand with no special tooling. One side of the tubbing is hit locally by gas stored to the point where the tubbing wall soft. A compressive force is applied to the pipe, causing the soft area to wrinkle and the tubbing to shorten on the side, producing a shallow bend.
Alright, we want to take a minute here. We're going to talk and show bending on compression benders, the difference between traditional smooth radius dies
Masing-masing
and wrinkle control dies.
contohnya.
The reason for wrinkle control die is to bend a thinner
variasinya
wall
ini ada bentuk-bentuk
material or harder material such as stainless steel.
Hipres itu
So
dia
we're going to start, we're going to bend with a 5-inch radius, and we're going to work our way down into smaller radiuses.
Okay. The next is to V. F. Roll bending is a means of putting gentle bend in tubbing, pipe, bar, roll, or extra shapes, plates, and sheets. It is illustrated in Fig to H to F. Usually, 3 parallel rollers are provided in a triangular arrangement with the lower two being mechanically driven. Next, H2G, roll extrusion bending. This method is used for large, heavy-walled pipe. One wall of the pipe is swayed from the side, causing it to elongate and the pipe to bend. Pipes of 5 to 12 in 125 to 300 mm can be bent with this method to a minimum bend radius of 3 times the diameter. Successive bends in different planes can be made with this method, but a straight section must be allowed between bends. Next, H2X, bulging mechanical, is an operation that expands a portion of tubular oscillator part when done mechanically. A segment die with segment held together by spring is sent into the tubular part during the express route. A thread punch pass the segment apart and they in turn push out the walls of the workpiece. The next H2I, bulging hydraulic, expand tubbing pipe or oscillator part by applying internal force with a pressure liquid or an elastomer or low durometer, rubber or polyurethane pans. The workpiece is contained by a die that is split so that the bulk part can be removed after the operation. This is example of other methods of bulking tubbing. Most of the high energy rate forming methods described in section G can be employed to expand tubular workpiece. Okay, and next 2I, non-swing operation. A1, string of bar and other non-flat shape. Alligator shear or C-section C1B are commonly used for steering bar and other section to length. Guillotine shear, vertical press, primarily fight with short blades are another alternative in where there is much bar sharing. The blades of guillotine shear may be notched or curved to aid in maintaining in the location of the workpiece during cutting. Next, I2, cold heating, a process for offsetting or enlarging and shaping the end of a rod, wire or bar. It is commonly used for the protection of bolt, rivet, nail and screw, and is illustrated in Fig 2I2. One more blows of a heading tool against the end of a rod bar does some protection to change its shape in enlarge its diameter. Oke, di sini thread rolling atau pengulingan ulir. Di sini ada bahan benda kerjanya dan alat pengulingan ulirnya. Di sini ulir itu memiliki seperti cabang-cabang itu lalu diputar ke benda kerjanya, jadi dijadikan seperti ulir dan terus putar sehingga sesuai panjang yang diinginkan, seperti itu. Okay, next I4, impact or cold action from a part. Some laying plastic flow of under compressed stress to an opening of limited. The process is normally referred to as impact extraction. For rough are improved and collision workpiece is ferrous. A blank is placed in pressure blanket to flow in. Next, I for E. Expression equals showing if 5G to I for A, a metal blank is placed in the die and the metal is compressed by bonds and forced to flow backward around the path to form a hollow object. The side volumes of the part depends on the amount of the bonds and the die. And next, I for B forward action is present and called the hollow box moving forward through the close between the hollow area from pressure of box or the feet. And the last one, I for C. Combined expression is both forward of made back impression and same time on part of sequence of G to foresee backward expression have a different solid or shape than forward expression called part of regular 5G2 for I feel C. So okay, I'm finished the present of PowerPoints. I'm close with a farmer's anti-om.